Hello, my name is Tudor Krastev, and that's the fourth instructional video for Sicyon calculator. The subjects will be modes and some related topics. So there's three different kinds of modes. One is trigonometric degree radians, which is obvious. The other is number of equations. Usually is one, but you can go for more than one. For example, 4. In this case, you have to define 4 variables to be scanned and varied to find a solution for this system. You can go for parametric, which is especially for drawing a chart where you define each axis separately. Now, the third mode is the most important in a sense that it's most frequently used, and it's called calculation mode and defines three features in the calculator. First feature is how the fields and the expression, the variables and the expression, will be calculated, estimated. So, for example, if you have automatic, that means any change you make anywhere will refresh automatically the whole state, and it will reflect eventually on the final result here. Now, that feature to consider is how the calculator will insert a function, and depending of your mode. And the third feature is how the calculator will react when you press equal here or calculate run. So for automatic, you have so-called IntelliCursor for the second feature. And for example, if I put the cursor here and press square root, the variable after that will automatically go inside the brackets. But if I want to, I can go and make a selection, and when I go for square root, it will put the whole selection inside the brackets. There's other rules which are stated in a table in the help about IntelliCursor. The reaction to equal button is the calculator try to estimate the expression. If there is a problem, it will try to find a missing variable. For example, if I add here another variable, You see it's in red, and when I press equal, it will put the variable and ask me for a value, which I don't care about at the moment. For the semi-automatic, the function button and the reaction to the equal button is the same, but when you change a variable, it doesn't automatically update the result here, only inside the field here. That could be useful when you use matrices or in program mode, in program view, because it will take a while to execute the code, and if the calculator has to re-evaluate for each typed character or number, that will make it sluggish. So semi-automatic is a compromise between some automation, but not for the expression. Manual does nothing, evaluates nothing, unless you press calculate. In this case, it evaluates the whole state. You see the IntelliCursor cursor doesn't work. It simply places, the calculator places the function with a parameter as it has been defined on the inside the expression here. So, bottom line, for the most cases, use auto. It will make your life easier. But if you go for program view or matrices, go for semi-auto or manual. Now, some related topics to that is so-called full or complete syntax or short syntax. Square root is a function. You define it here, and the name here is so-called short syntax. The full syntax is like that. The name of the boat, or it's an object inside the scripter, and the name of the function. It doesn't matter, for the most part, which one you are using. Both are converted, well, the short one is converted to the complete one internally when the expression is evaluated. That goes everywhere except for the program view, where in the code you have to use a complete syntax. Now, about the program view here, you can use you can write a code. It's a Visual Basic script code, and you can run it, and you can use one or more memo toolbars for text output as a console. In this case, I'm using another graphics toolbar for visualization of the histogram of the distribution, and I can see here gen dot etc., which is complete syntax. And I have a loop. When I run it, we can see here the results A, and here the histogram and the parameters of the distribution. The loop here is so-called explicit loop, which is defined in terms of Visual Basic script. You can use implicit loop, which is you can define a counter here, which you can use or not inside your code, but if you want to run a loop 100 times, for example, you simply go for chart, and you can see this piece of code has been executed 100 times, and the result here is printed here. That's an intermediate result inside this loop here. Now, all these projects are inside the tutorial, so you can download them and run them, the example projects. Let me just browse a little bit the menu and to see the menu is most of the items here are self-evident. Here you can reopen the projects which has been in use before and retrieve them from this list as a shortcut to open the project. The same goes for group or boards. Here you can open, reopen actually, board or group which has been closed. before. The history of the state, there's two levels. Local level, where you can see the previous value of this field, and there's a global level which treats all the execution as items and save the report from this. And with the date and time, so you can retrieve the previous calculation. So every time you press equal button, it will save a project inside the log, undo log or history. You can browse around the options. Most of them are self-evident. If you don't understand some of them, go for the help. If you have any further doubts, experiment. Nothing wrong could happen. In the view, you have something similar to a skin definition. For unit converter, the most frequent use is integrated mode. You can go for, you can redefine your unit set, enable, disable some of the units, and define the new units or category. Or for any further investigation, go for web tutorial here, or get tip of the day from a list of tips. And of course, for boards, use the mini help, which will explain some functionality and give you, for example, in case of toolboards, the methods as the attached file, description file. For each particular board, the mini help is different but similar structure, has a similar structure. So that was the last instructional video. Thank you.